तो जी BTV देख रहे सारे ही दर्शकों ਨੂੰ ਮੇਰੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਯਾਨੀ ਕਿ ਸ਼ਵੀ ਸਿੰਘ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਪਿਆਰ ਭਰੀ ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ, ਨਮਸਕਾਰ, ਆਦਾਬ। ਵੀ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲ ਦੇ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲ ਸੈਗਮੈਂਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ-ਬਹੁਤ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਇੱਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਵਧੀਆ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ ਟੌਪਿਕ ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾਤਰ ਨਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਦੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਸਵਾਲ ਖੜੇ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ। ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਡੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਉਹ ਡਰਦੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੈ ਜੀ। ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਤੋਂ ਥੋੜਾ ਡਰ ਕੇ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ, ਆਰਾਮ ਨਾਲ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ। ਪਰ ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਹੈਲਪ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ, ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਿਸੇ ਦੀ ਮਦਦ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ, ਤੁਸੀਂ 911 ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਜ਼ਿਹਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਨੰਬਰ ਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਔਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ ਕਰਕੇ ਹੈਲਪ ਦੀ ਮੰਗ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ। ਉਹ ਫੌਰਨ ਸਾਰੇ ਕੰਮ ਛੱਡ ਕੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਪਹੁੰਚਦੇ ਨੇ, ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਆਪਣੀ ਜਾਨ ਤੇ ਖੇਲ ਕੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਬਚਾਇਆ ਜਾਵੇ। ਕੋਈ ਐਸਾ ਇੰਸੀਡੈਂਟ ਹੋ ਜਾਵੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਉਹ ਪਹੁੰਚਦੇ ਨੇ। ਕੋਈ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਵੀ ਐਕਟੀਵਿਟੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਹੈਲਪ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ, ਪੁਲਿਸ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚਦੀ ਹੈ। ਪਰ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਵਾਪਸ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਜਾਂ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਵਾਪਸ ਦੇਣ ਦੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਜਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਕਿੰਨਾ ਕੁ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਪੁੱਛ ਕੇ ਦੇਖੋ। ਪਰ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਇੱਕ ਸੰਸਥਾ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕਿ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਨੂੰ, ਪੁਲਿਸ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਨੂੰ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਹੈ, ਕੈਲਗੇਰੀਅਨ ਐਜ਼ ਅ ਹੋਲ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਇੱਕ ਐਸਾ ਫੰਕਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਇੱਕ ਐਸਾ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਉਹ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਸੁਪਰ ਹੀਰੋਜ਼ ਦੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸੈਲੀਬ੍ਰੇਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਆਨਰ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ। ਉਹ ਸੈਲੀਬ੍ਰੇਟ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ? ਇੱਕ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਕਰਕੇ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਐਕਟੀਵਿਟੀਜ਼ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ। ਚਲੋ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਹੋ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਔਰ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਗੈਸਟ ਦਾ ਵੈਲਕਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਸੋ ਆਮ ਜਸਟ ਗੋਇੰ ਟੂ ਵੈਲਕਮ ਆਰ ਗੈਸਟ ਹਾਰਵੀ ਗਿਲ, ਹੂ ਇਜ਼ ਕੈਲਗਰੀ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਯੂਥ ਫਾਊਂਡੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹ ਪਾਰਟ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਨੇ, ਹਿੱਸਾ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਨੇ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਬਾਰੇ ਵੀ ਪੁੱਛਾਂਗੇ, ਸੰਸਥਾ ਬਾਰੇ ਵੀ ਪੁੱਛਾਂਗੇ। ਐਂਡ gonna welcome Jackson, who is the co-founder of this event, or I will say this whole procedure, I will say, to celebrate this thing. So first of all, welcome, and we'll talk about this.
Thank you, Chevy. Thanks for having us.
So whenever we think about police, as in I don't know if you have understood or not, whenever we think of police especially, we sometimes fear,
Of course.
you know, calling the police. No, let's not call them. Right? Or whenever we are in really danger, so 911 is the first thing which we dial, and they are on it. They don't ask you too many questions, and they come, they take you out of danger. So giving it back to police, giving it back to the police service, why did you think about that, and how did you think about it?
Yeah, great question. I think when you think about police, typically when you're engaging with them, unless you're at a Flames game or at the Calgary Stampede when they're down there waving and saying hello to people, you're in a tough situation or a scary situation. And the idea of policing is a needed institution in our city and society. However, over the last few years, we've seen, people not choose to dedicate their life to serving their communities because of fear of hatred, of fear of, outlash and people just disrespecting them. In 2021, when we got together to start Beacons of Hope, an article came out that outlined that in the Calgary Police Service, they'd never had a lower morale. Meaning the people that are getting in the way of danger and protecting us are not feeling supported. And we got together with a few different Calgarians and said, it would be great to provide an opportunity for Calgarians just to say thank you. And that's what we've set out to achieve with Beacons of Hope. And we're excited to bring our third year here on May 11th from noon to 5 at McMahon Stadium.
No, that's great, and that's a great cause that you are doing it. And Harvey Gill, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਜੇ ਮੈਂ ਪੁੱਛਾਂ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੈਲਗਰੀ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਯੂਥ ਫਾਊਂਡੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੋ।
ਹਾਂਜੀ।
ਸੋ ਇਹ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਫਾਊਂਡੇਸ਼ਨ ਬਾਰੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸੋ ਕਿ ਕੀ ਕਰਦੀ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਜੁੜੇ?
ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਸੋ ਕੈਲਗਰੀ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਯੂਥ ਫਾਊਂਡੇਸ਼ਨ ਹੈਗਾ ਇੱਕ ਫਾਊਂਡੇਸ਼ਨ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕੈਲਗਰੀ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਨੂੰ ਹੈਲਪ ਕਰਦਾ, ਜਿਵੇਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ it helps break the barrier of fear between the police and our community. And ਬਹੁਤ events ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉਹ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ funding ਕਰਦੇ ਆ events ਨੂੰ, ਜਿਵੇਂ sponsorship ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਤੇ help ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਆਪਣੀ community ਨੂੰ, helping to understand the police and what they do for us.
So ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕੋਈ plan ਹੈ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਫੋਰਸ ਜੁਆਇਨ ਕਰਨ ਦਾ ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ?
ਮੇਰਾ ਪਹਿਲਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਸੀਗਾ, ਪਰ ਹੁਣ ਮੈਂ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ journalism ਨੂੰ
journalism?
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੀ ਹਾਂ।
Okay.
ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਤੇ Yeah.
So welcome to the world of journalism then. That's great. Jackson, can you tell us the whole routine of the event? So noon, it's starting, and then till 5, what you going to do?
Absolutely. This is an event put on by Calgarians for Calgarians. This isn't coming from our municipal government or the Calgary Police Service themselves. It's actually just coming from everyday Calgarians that wanted to put together a beautiful day. And so what it's turned into is kind of a family fair style event. There's live music, there's food trucks, there's tons of different games and inflatables for your kids. Nice. You can bring your dog down. And it's walk in, walk out. There's no tickets required. It's free. You can come anytime between noon and 5, and there will be a lot of different experiences for you to take in. All of the different divisions from the CPS will be there, so you can meet the horses, the dogs. You can get an introduction to the TAC team that has their big, cool vehicles, and learn a little bit about the services that the Calgary Police does in our community every single day.
So I've heard, like when we were chatting before the show, that this is one of a kind, first in the North America.
Yes.
This kind of event.
Nothing like this has ever been done before, where you bring the community together to inspire real change and impact with some positivity. And we're really proud to be known as the city that has the backs of our first responders and encourages them in their mission to keep us safe and secure.
That's a great cause, I will say, because nobody has ever thought about it. So giving back to the police community, because they are doing so much for us. Sometimes they actually die on the duty, and there are so many incidents and so many experiences which every day we hear about it. Every day we discuss it on our show, on talk shows, and I think this is a really good topic to discuss as well, because when we know that there is someone out there who is giving his life, for us. If we are partying and they are just standing on the road and waiting so that city can party and city can sleep.
Yes. So we don't have to think about it.
We don't have to think about it.
And we do talk about some of the major events or crimes or situations that happen, but the majority of the day, they do what they do, so we don't have to think about it, and we can sleep at night, right?
Yeah. So it's kind of a police also. They can connect to the public directly,
100%.
and it's a good event for kids as well. Like my son, he loves police, so I think
it is. Yeah, it's beautiful for the families. One, for the public to bring their families out, but also for the officers to be able to bring their families. When you have a mom or a dad or a husband or a wife that is in the Calgary Police Service and goes to work every day and risks potentially not ever coming back, that's heavy on the families as well. So to be able to create a day where the public comes out and says thank you to our officers, the officers get to engage with the community, which they love to do, and you get to have an impact on the families where they see their parents or their husband or their wife being treated as the hero they are. It's a real win-win event, and it's all about inspiring that positivity.
No, that's great. So are you guys looking for any volunteers or anyone to join you guys too?
That's
for the
a great question, Chevy. We're pretty good on volunteers for this year, but there's always opportunities to support the Beacons of Hope. The number one way is come on down. Tell your friends, come on down, make a day out of it. You can be there for 30 minutes or you can be there for the whole 5 hours. You'll have no shortage of things to do. The other ways you can support us are by going online at beaconsofhope.ca, and you can actually write a message of appreciation. And what that does is it gets pumped into the CPS for the month. And so while they're working every day on their laptops, they're seeing positive messages, reassuring messages come in from the public. There's also opportunities to donate to the cost of this event. It is grassroots. It's just Calgarians putting it on. And all of our proceeds from the event actually go back into the Calgary Police Youth Foundation. So we want to continue seeing the inspiring work they're doing in the community.
Oh, that's great.
Absolutely.
I think, would you like to add more?
Yeah, and there's so many interactive booths there and stuff, and you can find new information about how to get involved in your community and help out. That's how I got started with the Calgary Police Youth Foundation, by just going out to events and asking questions.
No, I think that's great. And if we can show the poster as well. So it's happening on 11th of May, noon to 5.
And McMahon Stadium.
McMahon Stadium. It's a very convenient location, as we all know. We always go for games and stuff, but I think for this cause, we must go. The only thing is, it's on 11th of May, where it's Nagar Kirtan happening in the city.
Right.
But because it starts at noon, so I think you can go afternoon or around 2 or 3. And also can support them by going on their website, by sharing this video as well, by sharing the information as well. And we will actually display this during the show as well, so that they have the clarity about this. So they're going to have music entertainment, displays and demos, kids zone and games, battle of the beacons. Okay, it's a lot of activities as well. And the great thing about this event is that you can meet your superheroes like the police service. So it's a win-win situation. Yeah. So any message would you like to add?
I would just like to add, there's nothing more Calgarian than coming together with your fellow Calgarians to lift up another group in our city. When you think about police officers, they're just Calgarians alongside all of us. They live in the same neighborhoods. They might coach our kids' sports teams. They have the same family structure. So when you're given an opportunity to just say, thank you for what you do, I appreciate you, and to come out and support the community, wouldn't you do that? So I hope to see as many of you there as possible. I think it'll be a great community day. There's a lot of different events going on, and please check out our website, beaconsofhope.ca, for more ways to support.
Yeah, and a lot of people from, especially teenagers from our community, like Harvey, they want to join the foundation. They want to join the police force. Absolutely. I think you can get more information directly from the officers. So
you can learn all about the career. And when you think about even myself, having a family in Calgary one day, if we continue to demonize or villainize becoming a police officer, what kind of people will become the police officers we need one day? Events like this restore the heroism that is involved in policing and show our youth that this is an honorable thing to do, to serve your community, to be a part of it. And the best of us will continue to put themselves on the line for our community.
Thank you so much, Jackson. I think very well said. And the message is loud and clear. I think the community will connect with this. And 100% they will show up for sure. And we'll be really glad if they will show up there. And we will also try to cover that event if possible from after Nagar Kirtan. We'll try to come there, and we will for sure broadcast it on our TV as well. Amazing. And let us know about more about these events and more these kind of stuff which we do to us, so that we can also contribute with you.
Yeah, Chevy, appreciate the opportunity to be here on BTV. Thank you for what you do in our community. And I look forward to seeing you on May 11th.
Yep, for sure. Thank you so much, Harvey too. और जिਵੇਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸੁਣਿਆ, ਔਰ ਵਾਕਈ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਹਾਰਵੀ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਫਾਊਂਡੇਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤੀ, ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਣੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂਆਤ ਕੀਤੀ, ਔਰ ਇਦਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਜੁਆਇਨ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਫੋਰਸ ਜਾਣਾ ਜਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਣਾ। ਟੂ ਗੇਨ ਦ ਕੌਨਫੀਡੈਂਸ, ਕਈ ਵਾਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਾਓ, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕਿ ਸਿਟੀ 'ਚ ਕੀ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ, ਪੁਲਿਸ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ, ਉਹ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਤੱਕ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਪਹੁੰਚਦੇ ਨੇ, ਉਹ ਸਾਰਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਸੀਜਰ ਕੀ ਹੈ। ਔਰ ਉਸਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਇੱਕ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਨੂੰ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮਿਸ ਨਾ ਕਰਿਆ ਕਰੋ। ਇਟਸ ਅ ਫ੍ਰੀ ਇਵੈਂਟ। ਸੋ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਾਓ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਇਕੱਲਾ, ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਐਕਸਪੀਰੀਅੰਸ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਉੱਥੇ ਇਕੱਲਾ ਫਨ ਹੋਵੇ। ਫਨ ਵੀ ਹੈ, ਇਨਫੋਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਵੀ ਹੈ, ਨੌਲੇਜ ਵੀ ਹੈ, ਹੋਰ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਨੇ। ਐਂਡ ਮੋਸਟ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਥਿੰਗ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇਟਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਟੂ ਗਿਵ ਬੈਕ, ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਨੂੰ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਐਪਰੀਸ਼ੀਏਟ ਕਰੋ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਦੱਸੋ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਕਿੰਨਾ ਕੁਛ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ, so that ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹ ਸੇਫ ਰਹਿ ਸਕੋ। ਸੋ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਵਨਸ ਅਗੇਨ ਗਾਇਜ਼।
Thank you so much.
ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ। ਔਰ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਮਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਸਵਾਲ ਹੈ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜੇ ਸੋਸ਼ਲ ਮੀਡੀਆ ਸਾਡਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ, ਸਾਡੇ ਕਮੈਂਟ ਸੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਸਵਾਲ ਪੁੱਛ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਟੀਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਰਿਪਲਾਈ ਕਰਵਾਵਾਂਗੇ। ਏਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਪਿਆਰ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਔਰ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਰਹੋ ਜੀ BTV। ਆਲਵੇਜ਼ ਬੀ ਪੋਜ਼ਿਟਿਵ, ਬੀ ਯੋਰਸੈਲਫ।